It has to play itself out. You just can't let that hang, in limbo forever. Because look, that guy understands he's one snap away. So you have to give him some reps. You have to give him some attention in the.
Shedeur Sanders' NFL journey took an unexpected turn when he fell to the 5th round of the 2025 draft. Now with the Cleveland Browns, he's vying for the starting quarterback role. After an impressive preseason debut, an oblique injury briefly sidelined him. With the final preseason game approaching, Sanders faces a pivotal moment in his rookie season. The Cleveland Browns have had trouble finding a strong quarterback in recent years. One player, Shedeur Sanders, is now a top contender. After missing some time with an injury, he's back and has a big chance to show he can be the Browns' future quarterback. Shedeur Sanders has been recovering from an oblique strain that kept him out of the previous matchup. The injury raised questions about his readiness to play, but Sanders' return to practice has been both swift and impressive. According to reports, Sanders had an immediate impact on the field after returning. His first practice back was highlighted by an incredible throw that quickly became the talk of the day. With this throw, Sanders made it clear that he was ready to compete and showcase his skills once again.
It has to play itself out. You just can't let that hang, in limbo forever. Because look, that guy understands he's one snap away. So you have to give him some reps. You have to give him some attention.
The significance of Sanders' recovery can't be overstated. The young quarterback has shown resilience and determination in bouncing back from an injury that could have sidelined him longer. His performance upon returning to the field proved that he wasn't just ready to play. He was eager to seize the opportunity and make a statement. Head coach Kevin Stefanski has been cautious in managing Sanders' return. The Browns coach has emphasized the importance of not rushing players back too soon, focusing on ensuring their health and readiness. For Sanders, this meant working his way back into the training routine gradually. During his first practice, he participated in a series of drills that demonstrated his sharpness and precision.
Unfortunately, going to put him down for a little bit here. We'll treat it day to day and see how he responds, but want to be smart because he's a thrower, so he can't push that thing.
When Sanders came back, Coach Stefanski was careful. Even though Sanders was excited to play, Stefanski made sure he didn't rush him back until he was completely ready. This shows that Stefanski cares more about the player's health and long-term success than rushing them into games right away. Even though Sanders was excited to practice and join team drills, Coach Stefanski made him take it slow. The Browns' doctors also checked to make sure he was fully healed before giving him harder workouts. Stefanski wanted to make sure Sanders was strong and ready because a quarterback's injury can hurt the whole team's season. After Sanders completed his warm-ups and initial drills, he moved on to more advanced exercises, such as one-on-one throws and pocket drills. These drills were vital in showcasing his pocket presence, decision-making, and ability to perform under pressure. In each of these aspects, Sanders excelled, impressing coaches and analysts alike with his smooth mechanics and calm demeanor. During training camp, Sanders has consistently displayed the skills that made him such an attractive prospect. His accuracy, poise under pressure, and leadership skills have been praised by both teammates and analysts. A key aspect of Sanders' game is his ability to maintain control in the pocket, even when facing pressure. His fluid movements, quick decision-making, and ability to release accurate throws under duress have been a standout feature of his training camp performance. One of the biggest takeaways from Sanders' performance in practice has been his ability to read defenses and process information quickly. His poise in the pocket and his ability to make the right decisions on the fly have impressed many analysts. He's demonstrated a high football IQ, which is crucial for a quarterback playing at the NFL level. Additionally, Sanders has shown improvement in several key areas, including his footwork and his ability to throw on the run. His ability to move within the pocket and avoid pressure while maintaining his accuracy is one of his most impressive attributes. Analysts, including Mark Schlereth, have pointed out that Sanders' movement skills are elite and that he has the potential to be a dynamic quarterback in the NFL.
The thing that I loved, and I mean loved, is his ability to slide and his movement skills in the pocket and still being able to create space, not eyeballing the rush, but feeling the rush.
Despite Sanders' impressive performances in training camp, Coach Stefanski has remained cautious. While it's clear that Sanders has the potential to be a major asset for the Browns, Stefanski is not yet ready to hand over the starting quarterback role. Stefanski's approach has always been one that prioritizes player development and health, and he is not one to make decisions in haste. Stefanski is being careful in choosing the starting quarterback, knowing it's a big decision for the team's success. Sanders' performance in the next preseason game will be key in deciding if he becomes the starting quarterback, as the coaches want to see how he handles real game pressure.
He's a decision to be made later. I just don't know yet.
As the preseason continues, the competition between Shedeur Sanders and veteran Joe Flacco for the starting quarterback role is heating up. Flacco, a seasoned NFL quarterback with a Super Bowl ring, has the experience that Sanders lacks. However, many analysts and fans are questioning whether Flacco's age and limited mobility make him the best choice for the long-term future of the Browns. Ryan Clark believes the Browns should give Sanders and Dillon Gabriel more chances instead of relying on the aging Flacco. He argues that while Flacco's experience matters, the team should focus on developing young talent for long-term success. The debate surrounding the starting quarterback role has been further complicated by Sanders' impressive performances in training camp. Despite being sidelined for a short period, Sanders has quickly proven that he has the talent to lead an NFL team. His decision-making, accuracy, and pocket presence have all been highlights of his performance, and he has made a compelling case to be the Browns' starting quarterback. At the heart of the quarterback debate is the contrast between Flacco's experience and Sanders' potential. Flacco has been in the NFL for over a decade, and his experience in big-game situations is undeniable. However, many analysts argue that the Browns should prioritize developing young talent over relying on a quarterback who is nearing the end of his career. Flacco's experience is valuable, but at 40, his arm strength and mobility are fading. Sanders, on the other hand, brings youth, mobility, and accuracy. The Browns now face a tough choice: stick with the veteran or give the young, promising Sanders a chance. The upcoming preseason game could be a turning point for Shedeur Sanders. With the quarterback competition heating up, Sanders has a golden opportunity to make his case as the Browns' starting quarterback. If he performs well in the final preseason game, it could be enough to convince Coach Stefanski and the coaching staff that he is ready to lead the team. The decision regarding who will start at quarterback for the Cleveland Browns is about more than just the 2023 season. It's about the long-term future of the franchise. By choosing Sanders, the Browns could be setting themselves up for sustained success, with a young quarterback who has the potential to develop into a star. However, this decision also comes with risk, as Sanders has little NFL experience. The Browns can choose Flacco for short-term experience, but might limit their future. Giving Sanders a chance could build a better future for the team. The Browns need to decide between short-term stability and long-term growth. With the final preseason game coming up, they must choose who will be their starting quarterback. Shedeur Sanders just turned his very first NFL game into a wake-up call for the entire league, and it left 143 teams wishing they could hit rewind. Deion Sanders Jr. captured that perfectly. His reaction wasn't a wild celebration or emotional speech. It was a simple, pointed question. Why are you all so surprised? That one line spoke with the confidence of someone who saw this moment coming years ago.
We both get cool next week. It's building block. This shit is second nature, you feel me?
For Deion Jr., this wasn't luck or a hot streak. It was the result of discipline, relentless training, and a refusal to let hype replace hard work. To him, Shedeur's success was never in doubt. It was the natural outcome of the preparation meeting opportunity. On the field, Shedeur's demeanor matched that mindset. No wide-eyed rookie nerves, no over-the-top celebrations. Even between quarters, he simply said, "I'm warmed up." That's it. Calm, collected, and ready for more. Before we go deeper into how he proved everyone wrong, take a second to hit that like button and subscribe. It helps more people see this story and keeps you updated on every step of Shedeur's rise. Former NFL star Chad Ochocinco Johnson echoed Deion Jr.'s sentiment. He said this wasn't a sudden transformation. It was the same Shedeur Sanders who had dominated at Colorado and Jackson State, now proving it on the biggest stage in football. Ochocinco pointed to Shedeur's ability to stay composed in the pocket. He highlighted his comfort going through progressions, his precision throws, and his decision-making under pressure. For Ochocinco, this was Shedeur doing what he had always done. Johnson later offered a prediction that Sanders will get off to a quick start against the Panthers. "Watch what happens," Johnson said. "I guarantee he marched their expletive right down the expletive field in that first drive. I guarantee you that's how it plays out, marching right down the field. If he doesn't play well, I'll hold him accountable." And for critics, Ochocinco had a warning. He predicted they would try to downplay the debut by saying it was against the Panthers' second team. His response was simple. Shedeur wasn't playing with his first-team offense either. He reminded everyone that Shedeur was working with backups, 2s and 3s, even players fighting for a roster spot. Despite that, he still delivered a performance that turned heads. If he'd had all his starters, Ochocinco said, the numbers would have been even better. He even singled out David Njoku's presence, noting that a player of his caliber changes the game. With the right weapons, Shedeur's ceiling could be much higher. The debut, in Ochocinco's eyes, was just the start. Skip Bayless took the conversation further. He called the debut historic, but also humiliating for the NFL teams that passed on him. 143 chances came and went before Cleveland took him with the 144th pick. According to Skip, the Browns didn't even see Shedeur as their future starter. He said they took him for publicity, not potential. It was, in his words, a move to spark attention because of his famous last name. Skip claimed the draft drama wasn't random. He suggested it was part of a calculated effort to undervalue Shedeur and even drag down his father's reputation. But instead of breaking under that pressure, Shedeur used it as fuel. When he stepped onto the field, he showed that discipline, talent, and belief can break through any narrative. For Skip, this wasn't just a rookie debut. It was Shedeur sending a message to the entire league. You got it wrong. Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski is known for keeping his praise measured, but even he couldn't hide his excitement. Every big play from Shedeur seemed to pull a grin from the coach's face. "Really pleased with the effort all night," Stefanski said. "I thought our guys were flying around. I thought they were competing at an extremely high level. Offense, defense, and special teams. It was really fun to watch those guys throughout the night." After the game, Stefanski told the media that Shedeur's leadership had been clear from the first snap. He credited the offense as a whole, but emphasized Shedeur's poise and command. Still, he reminded everyone there was plenty to work on. Even with that praise, Stefanski stopped short of naming Shedeur the official starter. That raised eyebrows. In the NFL, talent doesn't always guarantee opportunity. Politics and quiet power plays often decide who gets the spotlight. If you think Shedeur has already done enough to earn that starting spot, drop a QB1 in the comments right now. Let's see how many of you believe he's ready to lead this team for good. Many great players have been slowed down not by lack of skill, but by forces behind the scenes, and race has long been part of that conversation. Yet watching Shedeur's debut, it's hard to imagine those forces holding him back for long. Shedeur's skill is too sharp, his focus too unshakable, and his leadership too valuable. He plays with the maturity of a veteran, and that's not something you can ignore for long. Through all the noise, he stayed humble. No taunting, no theatrics, no over-the-top celebrations. His post-game interview was as grounded as his play on the field. Shedeur said the best part of being a quarterback is leading your team. The key, he explained, is staying consistent no matter what the game throws at you. Good or bad, you stay level-headed and keep moving forward. That mindset doesn't just appear overnight. It's built over years of being tested, of facing pressure and refusing to break. It's the mark of a leader, not just a player. Analyst Emmanuel Acho broke down Shedeur's performance in detail. He highlighted one moment in particular, a 3rd and 9 against a 5-man rush and man coverage. Shedeur recognized that no one had contained and no defender was watching him. Instead of forcing a risky throw, he calmly escaped the pocket, picked up the first down with his legs, and slid to safety. Acho pointed out that plays like this show Shedeur's complete game. He can win with his arm, his legs, or his mind. That adaptability makes him one of the most dangerous young quarterbacks in the league. By the time the game ended, the narrative was clear. Deion Jr.'s confidence, Ocho Cinco's defense, Skip Bayless's challenge to the doubters, Stefanski's cautious praise, and Acho's technical respect all pointed to the same truth. This was not a fluke. The people closest to Shedeur expected this all along. To them, it was the first chapter in a story they knew was coming. Still, the question remains, will the NFL politics that undervalued him in the draft try to slow him down again? Or has his talent already broken through that wall? Shedeur is not just playing to silence critics. He's playing to raise the standard of what a quarterback can be. Calm under pressure, humble in victory, relentless in preparation, and versatile in attack. His debut was more than numbers. It was proof that the league can still be surprised, even when the signs were there all along. The next step is proving that this wasn't just one great performance. Fans wonder what's next. Is this the start of a legendary career? Has Shedeur's full potential even been seen? Did the league make a big mistake? If you followed him since college, comment day one. One thing's clear in a safe league, Shedeur played fearlessly. All he needed was preparation and confidence. If his debut is a sign of things to come, the NFL is about to learn what Deion Jr. already knew. You should never be surprised when greatness shows up. If you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to see Shedeur's story.
The Cleveland Browns defeated the Carolina Panthers 30-10 in their preseason opener Friday night at Bank of America Stadium. The victory belonged to rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders, who threw 2 touchdown passes in his highly anticipated NFL debut.
Jake DeLong and Steve Smith with us tonight. Sanders in and able to complete for a first down.
Sanders completed 14 of 23 passes for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns, while adding 19 rushing yards on 4 carries. 23-year-old finished with a 106.8 passer rating without throwing an interception. Sanders entered this game carrying the weight of unexpected disappointment. Draft analysts projected him as a top 5 pick, potentially even top 10 selection. Instead, he fell all the way to the 5th round, where Cleveland selected him 144th overall. The dramatic fall stemmed from pre-draft interviews that allegedly went poorly. Teams questioned his attitude and professionalism during the evaluation process. Sanders became the second quarterback Cleveland drafted following 3rd-round selection Dillon Gabriel. His father, Pro Football Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, made a bold prediction before kickoff. "He's going to be a problem after tonight, I promise you that," the Colorado head coach said. The Browns faced a quarterback crisis heading into their preseason opener. Joe Flacco, the presumptive Week 1 starter, remained healthy but was held out of the game. Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel both battled hamstring injuries that kept them sidelined. The injury situation forced Cleveland to sign Tyler Huntley just Tuesday before the game. Sanders had been working as the 4th quarterback throughout training camp. He never received reps with the first-team offense during practice. Coach Kevin Stefanski announced that Sanders would receive approximately 50 snaps. The rookie would get his most extensive work with 2nd and 3rd-string players he had practiced with throughout training camp. Sanders arrived at the stadium accompanied by a reaper and scythe, playing up the spectacle of his debut. The dramatic entrance matched his father's flair for showmanship. The opening drive produced disappointing results. Sanders went 3 and out on his first possession. His first pass sailed high and incomplete, intended for veteran Deontay Johnson. His first completion came on 3rd down to Caden Davis, but fell short of the first down marker. The second drive showed promise before stalling. Sanders displayed mobility with a 10-yard scramble on 3rd and 9, converting for a first down. 2 plays later, he overthrew wide-open Dylan Sampson on a rollout. The drive ended when Sanders threw the ball away under pressure on 4th and 1 Shedeur. "I did some good and bad. I know moving forward I won't do the same mistakes twice, whatever the decision is," Sanders told reporters after the game. The Panthers scored first on a 5-yard touchdown pass from Bryce Young to Jalen Coker. The scoring drive featured a spectacular catch by rookie Tetaiora McMillan before a fight between Xavier Legette and Rayshon Jenkins led to both players being ejected. Sanders caught his first break when Trevor Etienne muffed a punt return. The Browns recovered at the Carolina 10-yard line, setting up excellent field position. Sanders capitalized immediately. On the first play of the second quarter, he rolled left on a play-action bootleg. He waited patiently before floating a perfect pass between two defenders to Davis in the back corner of the end zone.